Sometimes, in complex circuits such as bridge or D networks, we cannot simply use Ohm's law alone to find the voltages or currents circulating within the circuit. For these types of calculations, we need certain rules or laws that allow us to write down these currents and voltages in the form of an equation. In 1845, a German physicist, Gustav Kirchhoff, developed a pair of laws which deal with the conservation of current and energy within electrical circuits. These two rules are commonly known as Kirchhoff's circuit laws, with one of Kirchhoff's laws dealing with current flowing at a node, which is known as Kirchhoff's current law, while the other law deals with the voltage across a closed loop, that is known as Kirchhoff's voltage law. In this session, I am going to teach you all about Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. This is Abhisha, your tutor. Thank you so much for having me. You are watching Crack Easy, the place to learn how to crack easy exams. Hope all set to get started. Let us start this session with the statement of Kirchhoff's current law, KCL. It states that the algebraic sum of currents at any node of a circuit is zero. Let me ask you something. Does anyone know what is a node in electrical network? Any idea? Alright, it's nothing but a point at which two or more elements have a common connection. By KCL, the algebraic sum of currents at any node should be zero. Let us understand more about Kirchhoff's current law with an example. Here we take a node with 5 branches. The direction of all of these 5 branch currents are marked in this diagram. When we scrutinize this diagram, we can see I1 and I4 are the incoming currents, I2, I3 and I5 are the outgoing currents. By KCL, algebraic sum of these 5 currents at this node should be equal to 0. When we take algebraic sum, both the direction and magnitude of all these 5 currents should be considered, which means the incoming and outgoing current should be differentiated with the sign assignment. Here we are going to assign positive sign for incoming currents and negative sign for outgoing currents. Let us now write KCL for this particular node. First, you look at this current I1. You can see it is an incoming current. So we assign a positive sign to this particular current and start our KCL equation with plus I1. Then the current I2, which is an outgoing current. So we assign a negative sign to this particular current and add a term minus I2 to our KCL equation. Next we have current I3, which is again an outgoing current. So which term should we add to KCL to represent I3? We should add minus I3. After that, current I4 comes, which is an incoming current. Correspondingly, we added term plus I4. Finally, the current I5, which is an outgoing current, so we can add a term minus I5. Thus, we get the algebraic sum of these 5 currents, and by KCL, it should be equal to 0. You can see the equation here, I1 plus minus I2 plus minus I3 plus I4 plus minus I5 is equal to 0. By rearranging this, we get I1 plus I4 is equal to I2 plus I3 plus I5. Now, you look at this left hand side. You can see it represents sum of incoming currents. On the other hand, the right hand side represents sum of outgoing currents. So we can mathematically express Kirchhoff's current law as sum of currents entering at a node is equal to sum of currents leaving the node. That's all I want to say about the concept of Kirchhoff's current law. Let me now take you to some problems based on KCL. If you have any doubts regarding this KCL, you can clear that by solving these questions. The first question I have for you is determine the current in all resistors in the circuit showing the figure. The network is given here. Here we have one independent current source 50 ampere and three resistors R1, R2, R3. The current through these three resistors are to be determined. By inspecting this network, you can see there are two nodes. This is our first node and this is our second node. Let us label this node as A and this as node B. In fact, node B is the reference node at zero potential. Now we are going to write KCL at node A. Let V be the potential at node A. When you look at node A, you can see there is one incoming current 50 ampere and three outgoing currents I1, I2 and I3. As you know, by KCL, sum of incoming currents at a node is equal to sum of outgoing currents at that node. So we can write 50 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. You can see 50 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, which is labeled as equation number 1. Now our task is to find out the expressions of these three currents I1, I2 and I3. Let V be the potential at node A. Now you look at this resistor R1. You can see one end of it is connected to node A, which is at potential V, and other end is connected to node B, which is at potential 0. As you know, a current through a resistor can be mathematically expressed as potential difference across the resistor divided by resistance value. Here V minus 0, that is V is the potential difference across resistor R1. Correspondingly, the current through it I1 can be expressed as V by 2. Now you look at this resistor R2. Here is an interesting fact. One end of all these three resistors R1, R2 and R3 are connected to node A, which is at potential V, and other end is connected to node B, which is at 0 potential. Hence, the potential difference across all these three resistors will be same. What will be the value? It will be V minus 0V. Correspondingly, I2 can be expressed as V by R2, that is V by 1. And I3 is equal to V by R3, that is V by 5. So we get I1 is V by 2, I2 V by 1, I3 V by 5. Next, we are going to substitute values of I1, I2 and I3 in equation number 1. Correspondingly, we get 50 is equal to V by 2 plus V by 1 plus V by 5. By rearranging this, we get the value of V as 29.4 volts. Okay. What is our next task? Our next task is to substitute value of this V in the expressions of I1, I2 and I3. When we do that, we get the desired quantities. I1 as 14.7 amperes, I2 as 29.4 amperes and I3 as 5.88 amperes. Let us now turn to next question. Determine the current through 6 ohm resistor. The network is given here. Here we have one current source 1 ampere and two voltage sources 18 volts and 5 volts. You can see this 1 ohm resistor is connected in series with this 18 volt voltage source, and this 5 ohm resistor is connected in series with this 5 volt voltage source. Here we are asked to find out current through this 6 ohm, and we are going to apply KCL in this network for determining this unknown quantity. As you know, KCL is related to current. Hence, it is better to convert all possible voltage sources present in the network to its equivalent current source. How can we convert a voltage source to its equivalent current source? Any idea? In fact, there is a method for converting practical voltage sources to its equivalent practical current source. Do you know what is practical voltage source? A voltage source with a series connected resistor is considered as a practical voltage source. On the other hand, a current source with a parallel connected resistor is considered as a practical current source. Let us now focus on how to convert a practical voltage source to its equivalent practical current source. Suppose we have a voltage source V with a series connected resistor R. As you know, it can be considered as a practical voltage source. It is equivalent to a current source with a parallel connected resistor, where the value of current I can be calculated by using the equation I is equal to V by R. V is the value of voltage source and R is the series connected resistor. Got it? One more thing you should take care when you convert a practical voltage source to its equivalent practical current source. It is regarding the direction of equivalent current source. The direction of equivalent current source should be selected such that current flows from positive polarity of the voltage source to the circuit. Here you can see the positive polarity of the voltage source is at the top. Hence, the current should flow from this point to circuit, that is in upward direction. That's why we selected upward direction for this current source. That's all I want to say about conversion of a practical voltage source to its equivalent practical current source. Coming back to our question, this is the network to be analyzed. Now you tell me how many practical voltage sources are present in this network. Alright, here we have two practical voltage sources. This 18 volt with a series connected 1 ohm is the first practical voltage source, and this 5 volt with a series connected 5 ohm resistor is the second practical voltage source. When we convert this practical voltage source to its equivalent current source, the value of current will be 18 by 1, that is 18 amperes in upward direction. On the other hand, the equivalent current source of this practical voltage source will have a value 5 by 1, that is 1 ampere in upward direction. After replacing all practical voltage sources with its practical current source, we get a network like this. In fact, the direction of current through these three resistors are not mentioned in this question. Hence, we assume downward direction for all these three currents. I1 is the current through 6 ohm, I2 that through 1 ohm, and I3 through 5 ohm. By inspecting this network, we can see there is two nodes. At this node A, we have three incoming currents, 18 ampere, 1 ampere and 1 ampere, and three outgoing currents. I1, I2 and I3 are the three outgoing currents. By KCL, sum of currents entering at a node is equal to sum of currents leaving that node. Hence, we can write 18 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Clear? It is written here. Now we are going to find out the expressions of three currents I1, I2 and I3. Let V be the potential at node A. Now you look at this 1 ohm resistor. You can see one end of it is connected to node A, which is at potential V, and other end is at reference node at potential 0. Correspondingly, the current through this 1 ohm in downward direction I2 can be expressed as V by 1. In fact, there is an interesting fact about these three resistors. One end of all of these three resistors are connected to node A at V potential, and other end is connected to reference node at 0 potential. Correspondingly, the potential difference across each of these resistors is V minus 0, that is V, and the current through this 6 ohm I1 in downward direction can be expressed as V by 6, and that through 5 ohm I3 can be expressed as V by 5. Thus, we obtain the expressions of these three currents I1, I2 and I3. Now, we are going to substitute these values in equation. So, we get 20 is equal to V by 6 plus V by 1 plus V by 5, or V is equal to 14.63. Here, we are asked to find out current through this 6 ohm, which can be expressed as V by 6. V is already calculated as 14.63. By substituting this value, we get our desired quantity I1 as 2.43 amperes. So we are at the end of this session. If you have any doubts, please do let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Thank you.